Welcome to Show Studios Fashion Radio, the podcast and video series exploring the remarkable relationship between fashion and music. Every week, I'll be joined by fashion's biggest names and the talent of tomorrow as they share their 10 life-defining tunes and the stories behind them. I'm your host, DJ Fat Tony, and today, my guest is a trailblazing editor-in-chief who has redefined the landscape of contemporary fashion media. At the helm of Wonderland, she has championed bold, diverse, and unconventional storytelling, pushing the boundaries of style, culture, and identity. A creative force with an eye for the unexpected, her vision has shaped some of the most striking editorial moments of recent years. I'm honoured to introduce the fearless and influential ToniBlaze. We get these bios for every guest, right? And I love reading them. ToniBlaze, a defining force in fashion and culture.
Ew.
Kind of big old title, that, isn't it?
It's a fabulous one. I didn't really realise you were going to say that.
How long have you been at Wonderland?
I'm part of the furniture at this point. 11 years.
So you started at the bottom, right?
Yeah, literally suitcases in the rain, interning, crying literally in the middle of central London to my mum being like, they're not paying me, please. And she's like, just come home. You don't have to do this.
So you started off as like an intern, yeah.
But I was also at St. Martin's, so I was like doing my course and then I was interning. Then I was working at a makeup counter called Black Up in Ilford.
Black Up?
It's called Black Up.
Oh my God.
So wow. I feel like now that probably wouldn't run.
No.
Yeah. So that was how I was getting my,
They'd be like picketed and cancelled.
Yeah, cancelled.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll be out there too, waving the flag.
Yeah, of course.
So that's how I got my start. So I had 3-4 days assisting and then on this makeup counter and then also going into uni in between doing all the projects.
So in that 11 years, you've gone from intern to editor-in-chief.
It's definitely been a roller coaster of emotions. And I think when I first joined as an intern, I wasn't thinking, I'm going to take over the ship.
Yeah,
I was just literally thinking, I love fashion. I just want to be immersed in it. And I just knew how hard it was to actually get into the industry and also being I'm literally, I grew up in South London. No one was going to St. Martin's. Everyone was going to whatever other uni doing very traditionally academic courses.
Yeah,
so
right.
I just was like, if I'm going to get a spot in, I'm going to make it count. And then it just, I guess because I was always just trying to work on my voice and what I wanted to say. Don't get me wrong, the first time I used to get all my stories dropped. I will shoot something, I'm like, yeah, I'm so happy, dropped. Yeah. Obviously, you need that kind of thing to character build, right? And then, I just kept at it, really. And it was a beautiful time. I remember, even when I was assisting a stylist called Matthew Joseph. So it was at that time, it was Nazir Mazar, Sean Sampson.
Yeah.
Really heavyweights in menswear who were community builders. So it was such a great time for London fashion as well. So it was just I'll be at this club Visions in Dalston, which is closed.
I know Visions.
You know, right?
Of course.
I'll be there on a Thursday. I remember, I'll never forget one time I was there on a Thursday night, obviously. Was there till 6 a.m. I had a main fashion to assist on. I got a text message from my Addisonee being we're outside. Mind you, I'm in Dalston. The Addisonee was in Notting Hill Gate where our office was. But that was it. And it was young, and it was we were going out. Do you know what I mean? I have such a great journey because I went through all those motions of club culture and then community building.
But, the thing is, right, the majority of main players in this world come from club culture. And I will argue with anyone, I don't give a fuck, because I will argue with anyone of that fact, that whether it be Edward Emenvols, whether it be yourself, whether it be Katie Grand, whether it be any of these people, they're all come from club culture.
Not like magazines that inspire you. Just go out on a night out and you see how people are dressing, you see how people are interacting with music, certain songs, you're
look at how ID started. ID started with a photographer in the street taking pictures of what you were wearing, going to clubs and taking pictures of what people were wearing. And then they stapled it together. They photocopied it, stapled it together. For the first 10 issues, it was stapled together. Crazy. It was sheets of paper of just people in the street of what they were wearing. And, and then it went on to become a fashion Bible, and it set the pace for so many other magazines. Where do you think London fashion's at the moment? It's a big question.
I mean, I think we still have amazing young designers.
Yeah, we're still
very much disruptors. I think we're still very much free thinkers when it comes to fashion. But I do think the landscape feels you know, you don't have international editors come into London Fashion Week.
No, you don't. No.
Like, unless you're coming for Burberry, babe, and 9 times out of 10 you're not.
Yeah,
So you're
well,
not going to come.
That's kind, yeah.
But I think we're missing that kind of pool. And obviously you think about, like, Westwood shows in Paris now, McQueen shows in Paris
Jordan
now.
and Luca show in Milan.
Yeah, like...
You know, they're our young designers.
Yeah.
These are the ones we should be celebrating.
Yeah, exactly.
We should be putting...
Even Soul Nash this season.
Totally.
And that's our bread and butter that we need here for people to come. So, like, I don't want to be, like, a negative Nancy, but I do think it's missing that energy of, like, having, like, a heavyweight come over and just kind of help the infrastructure grow and have the eyes on us now. I feel like we have less eyes now. Young designers are struggling, to be honest.
It's all very well very well having a fashion awards and doing a new gen 3 minutes of showing the new gen so fast that if you blink, you miss whoever it was. They walk on the stage and they walk off. No, let's make it about them. These are the future. These are the ones that need to be on that stage so people can see them and put money into them. What's your first memory of fashion?
My first memory of fashion, I would say, probably my mum, to be honest with you. Like, I'm a Nigerian heritage, we're parents are Nigerian, so, you know, anytime we had like a wedding, a birthday, we were down at Peckham, like at the tailors, like getting the clothes made, and so that was my first kind of introduction to it. Like, my mum loved fashion. My dad would make all these little outfits for us. Like, he'll have a hat and then my dress would match.
Amazing.
So there's always like this level of craftsmanship. And then my grandma had a tailoring company in Nigeria. So it was all quite interweaved in our family. Half of our family are quite academic and the other half are like creative, like crazies. So that was my first introduction. And obviously just, you know, going from South London, when there was no overground, you jump on like the bus for like an hour or whatever to get to Camden. Then you see a real punk in the wild or whatever it was. All these little subcultures that you would have to travel out of South to see. Those little moments as well. And then obviously people like John Galliano is like my fave, like, sorry, hands down, OG heavyweight, like seeing those things, David LaChapelle, McQueen, like, you know, just like being obsessed with magazines, being obsessed with fashion. So that's why I knew I wanted to go to St. Martin's, because I was like, okay, so who are the people that went there? Right. So I was making this list, like, if they went there, I need to go.
The gods.
The gods, basically.
The gods went there.
The gods.
Yeah.
So so I've always had like a love for it. And then my dad bought me like sketchbooks. I have very supportive parents. So like...
So what was your, as a kid, once you discovered John Jean, you discovered all of that stuff, and you wanted to go to St. Martin's, what did you want to go to St. Martin's for?
Well, I wanted to be a designer.
Yeah.
But I couldn't draw, babe. You know what I mean? There was no AI or chat.
Like a stick with a hat on it.
It was given like no proportions, babe. And it was not abstract either. It was given, you cannot draw, babe. And you have obviously all the design dolls like doing 200 designs in 1 hour. I'm like, I can't keep up.
So, did you cry?
Of course I cried, yeah. I was always crying. We'll get to that. CSM, I was always crying. No, but then I started thinking about, okay, so what else, how else can I communicate fashion, right? So then when you think about the, you know, like the 90s Missy Elliot videos or like the Misa Hiltons of the world or fashion communicators through styles, like, okay, maybe this could be a thing because people are stylists, right? So that's why, like, that's probably the easiest thing because I don't have to draw. I can just put things together. But then obviously you get into the industry and you realise that's actually not that easy. There's actually admin and logistics and everything in between and politics and all that rubbish. But anyway, that's how I wanted to get into fashion. I was like, okay, so I'm going to do fashion communication at CSM. That's what I have to do. That's how it was.
You touched on the Missy Elliot there, that video.
Yeah.
That ground revolutionary, life-changing, affirming video of where she had like 76 outfits all in one video. Just mind-blowing. I mean, literally, just because Missy Elliot, you know, at that point in time was fashion. And it was, we were all based around streetwear. We'd all gone through that. And then suddenly she brought in the designer aspect to it.
Yeah.
And it was a masterpiece. It really was.
At that time, groundbreaking. And like...
No one else was doing that.
Probably thought she was crazy. Even if
old
Busta Rhymes videos, they probably thought he was nuts.
Oh, yeah, totally, 100%.
But now, obviously, looking, it's like legendary.
Well, you know, so this year's Met Ball is based on black culture. It's based on fine tailoring. We've come a long way in so many respects. And I think that culture of like you talked about your Nigerian parents, that needs to be celebrated.
My mum, obviously, she still loves fashion. She always goes to tailors, right? So one tailor called Hassan. No, his name Hassan. Anyway, Congolese guy. Yeah. One time she goes there and he's like, got these trousers. I just don't ever wear them. I bought them in, you know, the 90s, whatever. And she's like, okay, yeah. I mean, and he's like, I know you love prints. I love animal print, whatever. He pulls out a pair of Tom Ford Gucci Python
Don't.
trousers. And obviously my guy's like, whatever, been there, done that, worn it, like you can have it. She just gave it to her. So then she comes home and she's like, do you like these? And I'm like, huh? Do I like these? Babe, I love them.
I'm mad.
So then, and I was like, thank God, a bit smaller then. So then I fit into them. And I remember I wore them at a Fendi show one time.
Really?
Babes. But you know, them sort of shows outside, everyone was outside being like, fa, fa. And I was like, if they see me, Python, what am I going to say? I'm like, but they're vintage, I promise you.
You know that.
But yeah, just what I'm trying to say is that like fashion and Africa, Nigeria, and West Africa, and every fashion in general is so intertwined. Even if you look at like I think they're called the Sappos of Congolese, like they've got this connection to Yohji Yamamoto, like the biggest connection outside of like the Western world. So I think it's true. It needs to be more celebrated.
Yeah, it really does.
I was in Lagos for a month, December to Jan, and I just started meeting designers, just started interviewing them. So I'm doing a little thing coming out soon. But I just was like, I need to really just go back to the root and see what's going on here.
What's the most influential track from your childhood? One that just changed, that you thought, I love this moment.
Ooh. Influential track.
Well, for me, when I used to grow up, on a Sunday morning, my dad would always play Elvis Presley and Jim Reeves and Roy Orbison in the house because it was his music day. And then as time progressed, it went slowly into electronic music. Yeah. So there's tracks from my childhood that I hear and I just think, wow. Yeah. Do you get what I mean?
No, yeah, definitely probably Lauryn Hill.
Wow.
Or Mary J. Blige. My mum used to listen to Choice FM, this is TBT.
Amazing.
Back it was, I think it's Capital Extra now, but Choice FM at the time, it would be slow jams on a Sunday, whatever. Mary J. Blige, Joe, proper 90s R&B. She loved all of that. She used to go to the hair salon and get her hair in a little scissored. Did
she ever have an asymmetrical bob?
Of course, babe, with a little red streak in all of that, nails, everything. So that was my childhood, very 90s inspired. Incredible. So probably those would be,
I just done a remix of Mary J. Blige, No More Drama.
Oh, God, love.
So good. It's one of my favourite tracks of all time.
I remember I styled her for a shoot one time, and then my mum caught wind, and she was like, I have to come.
Of course.
If you come.
Mary Jane, man.
You're not my mum today. Just act like. So she came, obviously as a fashion assistant. No. And she just was there in the corner, just smiling, beaming, while I was doing, whatever. And then it finished, whatever. I think she smiled. She's like, I tried to smile at her. And I was like, it was a funny one.
And I love the fact that you grew up with those tracks being played.
Love. And just the 90s for me is such a big reference anyway. Just even when you think about the boy bands then, in terms of R&B, the Jagged Edge or the Jodeci or what's it, Drew Hill or just H-Town, they used to yearn.
Right?
Yearn for love, sing at their lover's window and stuff. No one's yearning anymore. So I enjoy all that yearny, whiny, so cringe, but I love a good yearny,
but it's
whiny.
Not cringe.
I love it.
It's amazing.
I love a good yearny, whiny, I want your love or whatever. I love all of that. I love all of that.
Suddenly a little backflip.
Yeah, backflip, then 2 pieces or crystal bandana. Yeah, give it all to me.
What's the best music video in terms of fashion?
Oh my God.
I think we spoke about Missy Elliot already.
Missy Elliot beat me 911. I think that's pretty fab. When you look at even just the doll references, all the colours, that was really, really fab. Pharrell changed clothes with Naomi on the runway. Yeah. And obviously I think there's so much Archive McQueen in that, which is crazy. Yes. Which at the time I was watching being this looks nice. But now I'm wait, this was crazy. What else? What's that George Michael one?
Freedom.
Exactly.
With the girls.
With the girls.
It's a timeless...
It's a timeless one. I can't leave that one out.
What do you listen to before you go out at night? Because I know you like to go out at night.
You can tell now.
You know that. You still got that look about you.
I know. Twinkle in my eye. Megan Thee Stallion probably.
Oh, really?
I love Megan Thee Stallion.
Yeah.
Something hype. Either that or Afrobeats. Because Afrobeats is very the music's either about love or positivity or I'm gonna get the girl, I'm gonna make the money or whatever. There's never anything really too negative when it comes to Afrobeat. So I need something super hype. Or I'll be super really weird and listen to Kelela for the whole time and it's really deep in my thoughts, which is really weird. I'm beating my face with cherry coffee on and it's really depressing. But I don't know, it's weird, but I either like to be super in my feels or ready to shake my ass. There's no in between.
There's no in between, right? So it's all or nothing, right?
Yeah. Life is about experience.
Afrobeats is the bane of my life. You know why? As a DJ, I tell you, because when I do fashion or when I do private parties, and I'm playing what I'm doing. And I wrote a book called I Don't Take Requests because I don't fucking take requests.
Yeah.
And I always go, can you play Afro beats?
Do you have WizKid?
Yeah, I love WizKid.
Yeah,
You know,
too.
I had this conversation with Karen Binns. You know, WizKid's fucking genius.
Yeah.
When it comes to streetwear and stuff like that, are you inspired? Like you've already answered this question already because you said how inspired you were by the early Missy Elliot and all of that stuff. Do you still get inspired?
What, by things you see on the street?
No, by music, by like people in music. Like you said, like
Oh yeah, 100%. Like what Doechie's doing right now, obviously, like gagged and obsessed, and that feels like early Missy.
amazing, right? It's got that
Amazing.
elements to it, right?
But it also just feels like, even like when you think about like Sabrina Carpenter, all these girls, right? They just feel like pop stars. Like,
Yeah.
It feels, I like it. It's engineered, it's manufactured, it's count. It's you
Yeah.
know, like it feels really like I'm dedicated to the craft. Like
Yeah.
bring that back. Bring back the boot camps. You know, bring back the Matthew Knowles like element of like being a star. Like
Yeah,
giving
because
your all, and you can feel like that.
Some of them don't know how to
They
be a
don't
star.
know, babe. Or
No.
they're too fragile, hun.
That's the beauty, but that's one of the magnificent beauties of Lady Gaga. She knows how to be a star. She knows how to to keep on being a star and churn out that. Everything she does is got star value to it.
To be fair, the Gaga, when she's wearing the Armadillo McQueens.
The McQueens.
Why did I not mention that? Sorry.
Yeah, it's amazing.
That's
man.
also definitely an era for me too. Like 1,000%. And she knows how to reinvent herself, and like she understands the idea of community and young people, and it's not like I'm getting like older within my career and it's like me versus you. No, it's like I'm just reinventing myself all the time.
It's evolution. She continues to take evolution onto the next level. And, you know, like my boyfriend's a major, well, it's not my boyfriend, it's my fiance, but he's a major Gaga fan. And like literally the 2 minutes after Abracadabra came out the other morning, we had it.
Yeah.
And it was just like, I sat in bed watching it and I really was like, and I just thought, you got to give it to her. I love strong women in fashion.
Yeah, me too. And I just love how it feels really like, she just gives her all, doesn't it? Like, you know, when she talked about early interviews, House of Gaga, she said she used to put all her money back into the craft, back into the videos. And you see that in her videos.
Yeah.
I think we went through a time where the video didn't really mean that much for artists.
Yeah.
And then now we're going back to a time where it's like they want that viral moment. Like when you look at
100%.
her videos, if you look at even like Doja Cat, Megan Thee Stallion, all these girls, it just feels like they're really committed to like the viralness of a video, but just like the costume, the choreography, the storyline.
And it's how they wear it. You know, when you see, you see Katy Perry, you know there's going to be one odd sock.
Yeah.
You know, there's always something
Always
wrong
a
with
screw
it.
loose,
There's always something wrong with it. You know, one foot's bigger than the other or something.
Yeah.
Always. But when you get like Megan and you get all of these like incredible beings wearing that stuff, you don't look at them and think, oh, they're wearing that. That's wearing that. You look at them and you just think, fuck, man, they got style. There's a real difference.
Real difference.
And those women, like, you know, it's like the other day, Doechii turning up at to the red carpet in just Calvin Klein knickers and top. How incredible does she look in grey cotton?
Literally.
Whenever
like
walking into the Grammys, it's like insane, right? I mean, that's an art.
It is an art for sure. And it feels like they just, you know, you're an artist 24/7. That's what it feels like to me anyway.
Yeah, 100%. Because that's star factor.
Yeah, no matter where you catch them going to the shop, whatever it is, it feels like it's always on.
I used to live in Soho in the 90s and the 2000s, and I used to have to get dressed to go and get a pint of milk. Dressed,
sure.
because you always did not know who you were going to bump into.
into.
Yeah, so literally I'd be like, I can't go, I need to wear the designer outfit.
God, not the anxiety.
Go across the road to Dodo supermarket to get
a little pint of milk.
Yeah, literally. Because it'd take you like, you know, you always bump into someone.
Yeah.
And I lived in that world where I just thought, it can't be seen looking like that. You know, today I can give a fuck, but you know.
Yeah.
It was, I get it. I feel their pain. It was the best catwalk show you've been to.
Oh, the Margiela, the one that just happened, the Galliano, Couture, Margiela, Pat
Incredible,
McGrath.
mind-blowing, right?
Mind blowing. And the crazy thing is that I was gonna move my Eurostar randomly, like just randomly, because I was like, oh, I want to go home, I'm tired, F Paris, I'm over it. And then something in my little heart was like, no, just stay. Like, well, how the hell would you miss a Margiela show? You've got the ticket, like, you need to go. Thank God. Could you imagine?
Thank God you stayed for that.
I would have been crying.
Yeah.
Like, literally crying.
That
That was everything.
I went to do the exhibition with him to do the opening in Tokyo of the exhibition of the show. And if you remember, we did a rave
I'm good fab.
With me, John, I did this rave in the middle of Tokyo, which got shut down by the police because there were so many thousands of people. Of course, it was like how it should have been. What song do you have on repeat? Like, what's that one song that you'll play and you think, I need to listen to that again?
Probably Megan Thee Stallion.
That's a good one.
It's called Bigger Than Texas. Just the energy. Just makes you feel like bossy. Makes you feel good. Like, you feel kind of like...
You walk around the house being sassy. Yeah.
Real sassy.
Yeah.
Like, just a good, like...
Yeah, I get it totally.
Boss B vibes.
I get it totally. So some days I just have literally, I'm like, I put on Sade and have it just on repeat all fucking day. Just like, you know, because it's just where I'm at. Yeah, you know, it's like sometimes I just say to Siri, I walk in my house and I say, hey Siri, play my moments, and it just plays my moments. And it's normally Sade.
I know.
A little bit of Amy, then another Sade track. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, no, we had those songs that just we love to have on repeat. You know, so and I love yours is high octane stallion. It's
but then also it could be like a D'Angelo or something, like really in your feels. You know.
Yeah.
Like those are the two extremes for me. I'm either like in my feels 24/7, or I'm like, yeah, let's go, I'm a bad beat. Like there's never like a little middle ground at all, which is probably not that good.
No, that's not a bad thing. I think it's all right.
I feel like life is extremes a lot of the time.
Totally.
Most of the time, really.
And if you could raid anyone's wardrobe, whose would it be?
I would like to raid Rihanna's closet.
Oh yeah. You got a good one.
That's my
there.
doll. Yeah.
Yeah, incredible.
Queen,
right?
I love you so much.
Yeah.
Like that's my.
But she's earned that accolade. You know that.
She's earned.
Yeah, totally. Riri's a good one to want. Yeah, that's good. Not enough people choose that one.
Oh my God, she's fabulous.
Yeah, I know
she. Didn't she like buy like the Baby Fat like archive like 4 years ago? Like I need to know what. Like hello.
Hello, right? It's good, isn't it? And what would your theme tune for life be? That one defining moment, the one that you want to be buried to.
I've actually.
But they're two different questions. But right now, what is the theme tune to your life? And also, I want to know what would be the closing.
Who sings that? Money Talks.
Oh yeah, so
Money
that's
Talks.
just been remixed by about 400 people.
Okay, well the original doll.
It's amazing.
Because money does talk.
Yeah.
It's current climate.
Like, whenever you drop that on any dance floor, they go fucking ballistic.
Yeah. That's the theme right now, because money does talk.
Yeah.
But, oh my God, buried. I don't know, Rihanna Pour It Up.
Oh.
I'm a little bit of a party girl.
There you go. Yeah, she's going out in style.
Yeah, she's going out with a bang, honey. Also, because even in like also African, West African, Nigerian culture, funerals are parties.
Yeah. How long do they go on for? I love that.
5. You could be at a funeral till 2 a.m.
Yeah, amazing.
People are like eating, partying. You would think someone's literally like.
Yeah. That's how it should be.
But it's a celebration of life.
100%.
So I need like a little.
You need that moment, yeah.
I mean, that song's going to be really old by then because I'm going to be, forever.
Yeah, but music doesn't get old. Good music doesn't get old.
So, yeah, why not? Let's just
And nor do we when we've got good music, trust me.
Yeah, it's true. It heals the soul. It makes you feel like...
I'm 16 still, when it comes to so many things in my life. I don't think, oh, my God, I'm this age, I can't do that. I can do fucking everything.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Literally. Because that's how I feel.
I feel the same.
Yeah, music gives you that power as well. You can put your Megan Stallion on when you're 60, 70, 80 and still dance
Feel the same, yeah.
Yeah, 100%, because that's the power of it. I'm so glad you came today.
Thank you.
Seriously, what a joy it's been to have you on here.
It's been fun.
Seriously, normally when you get fashion editors, not saying any names, some of them can be a little bit reserved because they work for their... this person, that person, not allowed to say this, not allowed to say that. And it's been a real joy having you on.